Good morning, community. Welcome back to another video. Today is a little bit different because I'm doing the Q&A video that I promised you guys so long ago. Oh god. So I promised you guys a Q&A quite some time ago. So the first thing I want to say is thank you so much for your questions, your love, your support. You guys have been so great supporting me, and I really appreciate all of you. Most of the questions or responses, I should say, that I received was not questions. It was, I'm so happy you are doing well, welcome back home, things like that. So thank you so much for that, because that did my heart so well. It made me realize that my community, you all, are not just out here being nosy and being entertained by the bad things happening in my life, that you actually genuinely care, and that means the world to me. So thank you for that. But I did get a few questions. One of them was how long I've been married. I think that came from Sierra. I've been married since 2016, August 22nd. I got married on my birthday. So it's coming up on 6 years. The other question was how has communication been since I've been back? It's pretty much the same as it was before. I don't know if I explained what it was like before, but basically he calls, he checks in. I don't talk to my sister wife at all. I talk to my family, often, but not as much as I would like, because we're both very busy. But I definitely talk to my sisters more often, and more detailed and more meaningful conversations I have with my sisters than I have with him. Usually when he calls me, he's driving, he's on his way somewhere, and it turns out that he can't really have an in-depth conversation, and he'll say, I'll call you back. So we never really get anything productive done when he calls. It's more so just checking in. So that's what communication has been like. Also, someone else asked me how Prince has been feeling. Does he want to return back to Nigeria? Does he miss Nigeria? And the answer to that is sometimes yeah and sometimes no. So like when we first got back and I was talking to him about going again, he was just like, no, I already went to Africa. I already went. I don't need to go again. And then here lately, he's been kind of like saying things like, I really need my father. And he wants to see certain people that he missed from Nigeria. So I think as time goes on, he'll probably want to go back. But when he first got back, he wasn't feeling it. Sometimes he would say that he wanted to go to a couple of places that we didn't get a chance to go to while we were there. We were supposed to go to the zoo, and we were supposed to go to some restaurant that we wanted to take him to. And there's this little play area at the beach that we were supposed to take him to. So he'll mention that every once in a while. But it's not like an everyday thing, like, oh my god, I want to go back to Nigeria kind of thing, like an everyday thing. It's just kind of like it comes up, it comes and goes. I think somebody asked me, do I still plan to move to Nigeria? Yes, I do still plan to move to Nigeria. I think I want to at least try it out for a good year, and see how that goes. I think it's important for Prince and his dad to get to know each other, or to be in the same vicinity, especially as he gets older. So that is definitely something that I'm planning to do. However, I would say that I'm going to wait until after Raymond is home from prison and get him settled, and then I'll be moving. And TJ is settled in college, like kind of wait until I can see all my kids before I go. Especially Raymond, because he's been in prison for 3 years. Yeah, so he's supposed to get out this year. Ooh, the sun is not giving. He's supposed to get out this year, so I definitely want to be here for that. And yeah, so then it'll be sometime, maybe 2023, 2024, whenever I go and live in Nigeria. I think that is just about all the someone asked me about being married and how much access does he have to, like, my personal assets. So this question kind of derived from the video that I talked about not wanting to divorce him because it's not really going to change anything. And so I have talked to a lawyer, which I talked to the lawyer well before I even went to Nigeria about how to divorce him when he's in another country. So she gave me some advice. She gave me the price, and I said no thank you, no ma'am. But she also said that by not divorcing him, he does have rights to, like, my insurance policies or anything that I own. He does have rights to that because we're married. So legally he can, like, if I were to die, he can take the insurance money instead of my beneficiaries, which are my children. And I thought about that. Also, any assets that I have. So right now, the only thing that I own is my car, and he actually paid for that car. He bought that car for me with some insurance. So the insurance check came to me, or was deposited into our bank account, because he was in prison at the time, and we decided to use that money to buy me a car, because at the time I didn't have a car and I had a newborn baby, and it was difficult trying to get back and forth to work. So obviously we decided to use that money for my car. So that's the only thing that I technically own, or that we technically own together. And trust me, he don't want that car. He don't want that car. And so yeah, there are some downside to me not divorcing him when it comes to legalities like that. But to me, it's not worth right now going ahead and divorcing him right now, because I don't think anything is there's no immediate change. And although nobody knows when we're gonna die, we don't know how long we have here on earth, and ooh, that's a spider web, and all of that, I could die tomorrow and he could take all the insurance money. But trust me, for him to do that, he would have to have a representative here in the US to even know the process of doing that. So and I don't think, he's not that malicious where he would take from my kids. But then again, you never know. When it comes to money, people can change. People do some crazy stuff when it comes to money. When people die, that's when a lot of crap go down. So it is quite possible that could happen. But I think that's a risk I'm willing to take for right now. Once I get to a point where I feel like, yeah, it's time to do it, I will do it. I will do it, because I don't think we're meant to be together, kind of, sort of. So I don't think anybody asked this, but I will go ahead and tell you. My best friend asks me all the time, are you going to go and date? Are you going to put yourself out there? Are you going to get, kind of get back out there and start dating again? And since we have like an open relationship, am I going to go out and date? The answer to that, right? Maybe. But my focus is not trying to find a man. My focus is self-improvement. So the type of guy that I can see myself with for the rest of my life is not going to be attracted to me as I am right now. So I have a lot of growing to do. I have a lot of personal goals I want to meet. Like, I don't trust that I'm not going to get emotionally involved with someone who's emotionally unavailable. That seems to be my problem that I've recognized for myself. So I think I'm taking time to just self-improvement. Self-improvement is what the name of the game is today, or these days. I definitely want to grow my business. I want to buy a house. I want to do things before I get into another committed relationship. So maybe, but if someone happens to pursue me, I might date. But that's not the goal, if y'all understand that. So I think that is all of the questions that I got. If you do have more questions, feel free to comment down below, and your girl got you. But for now, I'm going to finish this little walk here, and I will catch you guys on the next video. Love you, bye.